and welcome back to All the Mods 9. How's your day been? Good? Let me know down in the comments below. So we are so close to getting ourselves the ATM Star. I'm hoping we can get it today because that's the whole idea. I'm fairly sure we can get it today, so let's see if we can do that. So we need to start off by getting Botania up and running. So the first things we need to do is get ourselves a petal apothecary. But I'm just going to stick this in the ground. Now, I don't know, does the Emperor's Chalice work with it? It does. Okay, that makes my life a little bit easier. Now what we want to do is throw a stack of seeds on top of this. Okay, never mind. Not like that. Not like that. That's not what I meant. Okay, I guess we have to throw the items in here first. So 4 white petals will make us a pure daisy. And I'm going to want about 4 of these. So if I put those on top and then just do this with an empty hand, we can duplicate it, or just not really duplicate, but re-enter the recipe in multiple times. So with 4 pure daisies, I can put them on these grass spots here, and you might notice there is stone and wood. Using myself a builder's wand, I've filled my tank here with stone and logs, so we should have plenty. And if I just use my builder's wand to place these down, as you can see now, the white particles are happening, and this will turn this into living wood and living rock. So we have to kind of wait till that kind of transforms. While we're waiting, let's get ourselves other things we're going to be wanting set up. So let's get ourselves I keep calling it a pottle. I don't know why. A petal apothecary. Put it down right here. We're going to probably want ourselves a bit of a setup here now. So we want a hopper, 2 redstone links, and a pressure plate. Make sure it's a wooden one so items are affected by it. So plate will go here. We're going to go under it. Right here, make sure you put the redstone link just underneath the pressure plate, and then you just want to put a random item on it. Let's just put ourselves a grey petal, and now we can come out and fill back in the hole. Above that now, we're going to have 2 new blocks, but I don't have it until I have the living wood. But essentially, we're going to have ourselves an open crate. We're going to put a hopper on top of this open crate, and then we're going to put our link right here on receiving mode. So shift right click and add the petal, and now when items are dropped on this pressure plate, you can see this guy will activate and that will lock the hopper, so items will not be pumped back out. Let's grab ourselves out a chest here, and we're going to fill this thing up with, I think, blocks of coal. I think might be the best option. I would do blaze rods, but we have so much coal, it's probably better to use coal. So you can see nothing happens yet, but once this transforms here, it only takes about a minute. There it goes. Nice, and we'll harvest it up and repeat the process. Now what we can do is make ourselves our open crate, also a mana spreader. So open crate, I think, requires this to be broken down into planks. Turn this into an open crate like so, and the open crate essentially just drops items on the ground. So you can see that's down there, but I think my magnet, yeah, will automatically pick it up. So I want to come in here with my magnet, shift right click, and add blocks of coal in as a filter, so that it will not be picking it up while we're around here. I could put a demagnetizer here, but it's easy to filter it. So, what do we do now? We need to make ourselves this item called an endo flame. Endo flames are 2 brown, a red, and a light grey with seed and water, similar to how we made ourselves our pure daisy. So, that in there, we need ourselves 2 brown, a red, and a light grey with the seeds. Off the magnet, and then I want to do this probably about 6 times. There we go. And then we can come over here and place down our flowers. Okay, and now you can see if we make ourselves this new item here called a wand, we want to get ourselves about 3 living wood sticks, and I want to make it out of blue and purple petals. Now if we hover over the item, the actual ender flames here, you can see there's nothing happening in them at the moment, but they are consuming mana. Now let's make ourselves a mana spreader. I need to wait for a bit more living wood to be made. There it is. And now we can make ourselves a mana spreader and a mana pool. So, mana spreader, pretty simple. It's just made like this with copper and any type of petal. We just need the 1. We're going to put this right here. And now you can see these guys here will have to link. If you put down the spreader before you do that, it'll automatically link to the closest one. Okay, so now what we want to do is grab out this thing here called a mana splitter. I have some mana steel already because of looting some dungeons and stuff. Then we want to point this guy by shift right clicking and shift right clicking to the mana splitter. Inside that then we want to grab ourselves out some mana pools, and we're just going to surround this thing here like so. And now you can see the pools are filling up with mana. This is still a very slow process, but you can see these guys here are still full of mana. The brown bar there, and then we got a green bar inside the spreader. gives us a live update on how much mana is in the actual like spreader. You can see this guy here is slowly emptying, and now that will fill up the rest of the pools. Now we're going to require a lot of mana to begin with. For one, our goal right now is to get ourselves a bee that will produce us mana, because this is not going to be sufficient. What I need is Gaia pylons, because this is how the bee is going to pollinate on, the mana bee. The mana bee comes from getting ourselves bee spawn eggs and putting them in a petal apothecary with 3 white petals and a honey treat. So I need to make myself a treat. I have some treats, that's good. So over here, petals. So water, 1, 2, 3, that, and then the bee spawn egg. Nice. Throw these on the ground, make sure magnets turned off, and empty right hand, repeats. There we go. So 5 pure bee spawn eggs. Upgrading these now requires runes of mana and a rune of greed. Rune of greed requires a rune of spring and a rune of water and some mana diamonds. The rune of spring requires a rune of fire and a rune of water, plus other stuff. So I'm going to make myself a pretty simple automated setup here. It's still going to be kind of manual, but I won't have to worry about taking out all the ingredients. I'm going to make ourselves now the runic altar. Oh, I need to wait for a little bit more oak or living wood to be made. In the meantime, let me make all the patterns I need for each one of these runes. So runic altar on top of the mana splitter. That way we can send the spreader to point into this guy, because this guy does need mana to actually like craft. We're going to put an open crate on top, maybe a block higher. Then we're going to grab a hopper and then a dimensional chest. And inside here now, we're going to set this to frequency like 5. Make sure I hit change. And then we're going to go to our space station. We don't need to set up here anymore. So dimensional chest, change this to frequency 5. Okay. And then we're going to grab ourselves out a pattern provider. Stick that on top, put all the patterns in here. And now that's ready. This is how we're going to autocraft. So one way we could make it just a bit easier is just put that right here. And that will take the mana from the pool and point it directly into the runic altar. Alternatively, I'm after putting it down now, so it's actually full of mana. So if I break, we kind of lose some. So I might need to wait till this pool is empty. But you can see these guys are slowly filling up. So if we look up rune here, let's start by making ourselves a rune of water. Now it says we're missing a few items here, which is understandable. What we need to do is grab out some glowstone, throw it in the mana pool here, and that will make us our mana powder. Might need to do it in a few pools. There we go. That should be enough just to get going. And now what we need is a few more mana diamonds and a mana pearl. So pearl, not enough mana in any of these pools to do it yet. Enough to do a pearl. This one is. Okay. And that one's not. Now there is another thing we can get, which is the blacker lotuses, which is what our bee will be producing. That's how we're going to be getting ourselves our mana. I think I have a few from looting. Yeah, I only have the 5. So these will just go in the pool here. A little loud. But now we should have enough mana in here to make ourselves a few mana diamonds and mana pearls. Doesn't produce a lot. That's why we need like the enchanted lotus. So rune of water, we should have everything for it. So start. And you'll see all the items will slowly drop out onto the runic altar. And now we're slowly crafting using the mana in this spreader. Now it's a living rock. We'll just right click it on and then right click with our wand. And there we go, rune of water. Now the system's going to say we didn't craft it, but that's fine because we can just cancel it. Cool. I might need to make another one. There we go. Another rune of water. So I'm just going to go ahead and craft all those runes. All right. So the final mana one is now made. So with a greed. Wait, where'd the greed go? Oh, there it is. 4 mana plus the bee spawn egg. Now we got ourselves here our mana bee. Now this is going to take a while. I did upgrade the amount of endo flames. I think I put down like another 19. So that is definitely kind of helping. This mana spreader is completely full, so we might need to put a new lens on it. We can make ourselves this lens here out of mana, get 2 of them, and we'll use 1 to make a velocity, which requires a rune of air, which we don't have, but there is a potency one, which is a rune of fire. So if we put this on the spreader, it'll send out more mana in each burst, I think. Might be easier if I just connect this directly to it. Yeah, that's going relatively fast. So yeah, I just need to sit here until I've made all 5 bees. Or maybe just 1. If I can get 1 going and just accelerate the beehives in, well, that might work. Oh, wait, no, we need ourselves the Gaia pylons. Meaning now we need to get into the Elven portal. So to do that, we need ourselves 2 new mana pools. We need ourselves some mana pylons. And we're going to upgrade these to Natra pylons. Now, Terra Steel is something that we actually already have. I got a quest reward for the Terra Steel seed. So I did set up that seed, and now we're making a bunch of Terra Steel essence, so we don't have to worry about trying to craft that. So now we can make ourselves, just once we get some Eyes of Ender, we can make ourselves here our Natra pylons. Using those Natra pylons now, we need to turn living wood here into some glimmering. I think I only need 3 of it. And then we need ourselves a gateway, and a gateway is made like so. So we'll just build it right here, just in line with this mana pool. So gateway will go here. And I think then it's living wood here, here. And then I think then it's the glimmering like that. And then living wood. I don't know if it matters the direction of the block facing. Probably could have got away with making like the big block one like that. And then we need to put down 2 mana pools right here and here. And then put the Natra pylons above them. Now, the only thing is these 2 mana pools now need to be filled with mana. It's just going to take a while. And as you can see, the bee is 3/4 of the way done. So yeah, I'll be back once I've filled those mana pools up with water. I don't know if they're on the right level. They might need to be increased. World calling. Oh wait, it actually does work. Oh no, okay. It is right because it's the portal trying to activate, but there wasn't enough mana in the pools to actually fully create the portal. But yeah, so I'll be back once I've made myself enough mana. All right, and there we go. We have all of the mana pools here filled with mana. This took a long time. I don't know if they've nerfed the Endo Flames in this pack or what. I don't know, but this literally took more than like 12 hours. This took forever. Okay, 12 hours might be a bit of an exaggeration, but definitely more than 5. So we've got ourselves 2 mana pools full here, so we can actually turn on our gateway now. So hopefully this actually activates. And yep, it's stable. We're good. So let's grab ourselves out some mana stuff here. So we want to grab out some mana steel. We want some mana diamonds and our mana pearls. I don't think I have any mana pearls left. So we'll just grab out some ender pearls here and we'll just make some. Yeah, that uses up so much mana. But now we can just throw these into the portal and we should get back Dragonstone. And we're probably going to need like 4 of these. For mana infuser, this is the next thing we're going to need to make. I think I've already made all the runes for it. No, we need glimmering dreamwood, and dreamwood comes by throwing living wood logs into the elven portal. So living wood, got a good bit of that. Let's just throw in probably like what, 8. Cool. And then we just need to combine that then with glowstone. Oh, it needs to be the full piece of wood. Okay. And then combine this with glowstone. There we go. And now we just need our elementium. And I think it's 2 ingots to 1. So there's our 3 elementium. Mana infuser. Oh, we still don't have the rune of Asgard. Oh, yes, because that required the rod of the boss fright. Boss fright? Bifrost. What am I saying? Yeah, so this is where the pixie dust comes in. And that is the mana diamonds. There we go. So rod of the Bifrost. Made, throw that in the system, and now we can make ourselves a rune of Asgard. And we also need a few more elementium. You might notice I have upgraded the system here. I've doubled the amount of mana spreaders, or tripled them actually, since we only had 1 to begin with. I've even made these guys here, these Wither Aconite. They basically just use nether stars to generate mana, and they produce a lot, so I don't even think these spreaders can keep up with it, but it helped. The living rock, and boom. Right, now we can make ourselves our mana infuser. So the way this one works now, I think I need like this other type of living rock. I think it's like called glimmering shimmer rock. This is it here. This requires Bifrost block, which requires another Bifrost, which is elf glass, which is mana glass. So I just need some glass. Chuck that in here. Here we go. And we'll throw about, I don't know, maybe 16 in. Okay. And now we need another Bifrost block. So you know what? I have 10 ingots to throw these in. Okay. So 4 blocks of gold in a pattern like this, and then 5 shimmer rock. Mana infuser on top. And now we're going to make ourselves a couple of sparks. I think about 5 of them should be enough. So we put 1 spark on the mana infuser, the rest of them on the mana pools. And now we're pretty much ready. So magnet, make sure it's off. Dragonstone with some pixie dust. These 3 ingredients now will eventually make us elf steel. And this is all we need now for getting ourselves a mana or a Gaia pylon. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to suck all the mana from here, right? Oh, I think this actually requires a augment on the spark. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think it's the dominant spark it needs. There we go. So this will require, I think, up to 1.5 mana pools. All right, when these orbs go back into the center here, it should be crafted. There we go. We got ourselves our first elf steel. And that's all we need, pretty much. So turn this into nuggets, and then we can make ourselves elf steel pylons. So we need to start from here again. So mana steel to Natra. to Elf Steel to Gaia. And there we go. Now we can pretty much make infinite mana. I've already converted all the bees, so let's go set them up. All right, they've all been picked up, and this is a free one here. So all 5 go in with the mana pylon, or the Gaia pylon, and let's see how much it produces. Wait, are these? They're diurnal, okay. And now you can see they're producing the blacker lotuses. 24 at a time, wow. And the enchanted ones are the main ones we're looking for. Right, let's go fight the Gaia boss. All right, and as you can see here, actually before we fight the Gaia is the pools are almost empty. I just made myself a stack of each one of these different elf ones. Now, if we look up the lotus, we have 33 of the enchanted ones. And if we throw them all in here, the pool is pretty much full. And I'll only use like 10 of them. That's how powerful these things are. Now we can make the rest of the elf steel we need for the 4 Gaia pylons. Does time in a bottle actually affect this? It doesn't seem so. Right, now that I have all 4, hopefully these are in the right place. Put these down and then break the blocks. I'm not sure if this beacon is supposed to be 1 block in the ground. But if everything works here, we just grab ourselves out some Terra Steel and shift right click the port, do you think? Let me try moving these out a block. They might be are just too close. Here we go. No. Okay, I'm assuming this thing is supposed to be 1 block in the ground. There we go. Now we just need to fight this guy a couple of times. We need to defeat him at least 20 times. Because we need to get ourselves now 20 Gaia spirits. And then we need to work on getting ourselves the Mjolnir. Okay, so he has a damage cap. So he's not taking the full brunt of my Morgan sword. Which is fine. Now he's going into attack mode. Where he's going to start summoning a bunch of mobs. And there we go. Gaia down. And if we look up, how many did we get? Oh, 8 from 1 fight. Okay, we might not actually have to do this as many times as I thought. But now, let's enter phase 2. We need to make ourselves a Gaia Spirit Ingot. And let's fight Tier 2 Gaia. I'm pretty sure this should give us even more Gaia Spirits. All right, how many do you drop? You dropped 16. Oh, wait, that means I have enough. Oh, perfect. And what do we actually get from our dice? Oh, the Ring of Odin. Doesn't that give us extra hearts? Haste, immunity, fire immunity? I don't need fire immunity. There we go. And are we getting extra hearts? We are. Oh, nice. Okay, so with that done, now we need to get into getting Mjolnir. So to get that, we require the rune tablet of Fimbulator. I'm probably pronouncing half of these names wrong, and I apologize. But now, to get this, we need to make what's called a branch of Yggdrasil. Easy enough. We need to get ourselves a Wilden Horn, which requires a pasture seed, so I need grass. Throw that here into the mana pool. Give us some pasture seeds. Those pasture seeds now make the Horn of the Wild. Throw the Horn of the Wild into the mana pool. You get yourself a Gjallarhorn. I think then the branch of Yggdrasil, I think it has to be provided with mana. So, give me out my wand here. And I think when there's enough, when it starts dripping water, oh, I just right click it on. And this will fill up, and then we should get a full water of Mimir and drink that, and then we have to defeat the Gaia Guardian again, and he will drop the main thing we need for making Mjolnir, which is this guy here, the tablet. All right, so the thing is full here. So now we just need to drink this, and there we go. Currently, I'm filling up a band of mana because we need mana to actually be able to craft Mjolnir, and I've already grabbed all the ingredients we now need. How full are you? You're going to take a while. Now while we have the knowledge, let's go over here and fight the Gaia again. And if we defeat him, we should get ourselves the tablet. All right, Gaia tier 2 down. And did we get it? We did. We got 2 of them. Nice. Got a bunch of other random things from mobs. But yeah, we got everything we now need. Oh, King's Law. Nice. All right, so using this now, we need to lay out how we're going to be doing this. Our band of mana gone? Oh, no, I have it here. It's only half full. Yeah, this is going to take a while. All right, let me see if I can remember exactly how this is meant to be set up. It does tell me in here by saying, like, this one has to be 2 blocks away from the center. So what is the thing called here? A rune holder. Okay, so we need a center rune holder. It's fairly far away, so I'm not going to be obstructed by anything. And then one was 2 blocks away. And the next one then is another 2 blocks away. So it's a total of 5 away from the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it's meant to be there? Not sure. Yeah, I'm going to assume it's here because it says -5 from the center, and this is 5. All right, let's see if I can do the rest of them. Okay, so hopefully everything is in the right place. It looks right. We put the tablet in the center here. Magnet is off. Throw these 5 items on the ground, and then right click with your wand on the centerpiece. Oh, it's doing something. And it consumed the items I tried on the ground. I hope it doesn't consume all those runes, because that means I'm going to have to make them so many times. And I only consumed a tiny bit of mana from my bandit of mana, so that's good. Oh, thank God it doesn't produce all the runes. Okay, that was one thing I was concerned about. So that means I don't have to remake them. I can just do that many times. Now, how do I pick this up? Hammer weighs too much for you to lift. However, it's told that the gods ate from a golden apples of Indun to gain their power. What? Okay, I'm just going to assume it's a normal golden apple. And I hope nothing else crazy. Okay, there we go. So we have Mjolnir finally. And actually, oh, it consumed the centerpiece. But that means now we can actually make our first Philosopher's Fuel. So in here, I have all the micro missiles. So we just need one of those. And the only other thing we're missing right now is this vial of searing, but we can make that. So now that we have everything, let's grab out a hopper. And hopefully I can just pump everything in straight away. It's still maintaining 4.9 to 5 pressure, which is good. I might need to just speed up this part here. So everything's gone in and it lost a bit of pressure due to the door being open a few times. But just give it a couple of seconds and we should get ourselves our first pulsating black hole. Then we just need a dimensional seed and our dragon soul. And actually, we can make the dragon soul right now. Okay, I swear I made all of these focus of summoning, but now I can't find them. Where did they go? I'm nearly sure I made them. I don't know. All right, 4.9. There we go. And in here, we got ourselves a pulsating black hole. I think it needs to be pumped into a chest to actually get it out. So if we just put a chest right here, auto eject. Yes, it did. So yeah, that's pretty much almost everything now. So the dimensional seed is the last thing we need to get our hands on. And I think, yeah, we'll be able to get ourselves one ATM Star today. And then I'll work on getting all the other ingredients to get the rest of the 19 for now, next episode. So let's just put this stuff away. I'll worry about that later. Let's get ourselves a dimensional seed. Now this is where it gets a little bit more confusing. We need to make ourselves draconic infused teleportation cores. And that is done through a certain type of infusion through apotheosis. And the quest book apparently tells us how to do it. So thanks for that information in the comments. So if we look down here at apotheosis enchanting, we want to get ourselves some seashells, which I guess I don't have. What am I missing? Prismarine. Plenty of prismarine, so that's fine. So 7 of those, and that should be enough to get started. Let's grab out an enchantment table. And let's see if we can figure out how this works. So the first thing, for the dragon, or the draconic infused, we need to get ourselves all of this stuff here, and it tells us what we need in the quest book up here on the ATM Star. So look in here. So we're doing the end portal first. So the end portal, you need a complicated setup of 5 draconic shelves, 3 echoing shelves, 2 melon shelves, and a single stone shelf. Okay, so do we have a stone shelf? Oh, we can make the single stone shelf here. But there is a few other things we need. So the draconic shelf, 2 draconic shelves, and 4 echoing skulk shelves. So the echoing skulk shelves, I guess that's all we need. And the draconic one is just this basic one right here, which I have. No, I don't have. I need to make myself this guy here, which is infused dragon breath. And infused dragon breath, I think it tells us how to make it down here. No? Oh, it does. It's here. So we need to go through this entire setup here of getting each one of these guys here. This one requires 9 echoing skulk shells and 4 melon shells, or 2 echoing skulk shells and 10 heart force shells. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Let me see if I can make these. Right, so here we go. We have our enchanting setup. So we got ourselves the nether one here. So he will turn our teleportation cores into the nether infused core. Now, the one thing I did notice is there is either a typo in the quest line for the ender infused one, or I'm just making a mistake of some kind. But I followed all the directions and every amount of bookshelves that requested. It did not work. I was like 0.5% over the limit. So I don't know if there's a typo or whatever, but I did manage to get it to work. I had to set up a different way. This one here will give us the ender infused or draconic infused. Okay. And then the final one then here is the ender infused one. If we look in here at ender infused, it requires 50 Eterna, between 8.5 and 13.5 Quanta, and Arcana is at least 32.5 and 37.5. But in the quest book up here, for the miniature end portal, this is the Ender Infused Teleportation Core. It required 5 Draconic End Shelves, 3 Echoing Skulk Shelves, 2 Melon Shelves, and a single Stone Shelf. Well, I set that up and I tried everything. I could not get it to work. So I just calculated it by hand. So we got ourselves 5 draconic end shells, 2 echoing skulk shells, 1 glowing hell shelf, 2 melon shelves, and a single skeleton skull just to bring up that quanta a bit. And doing that actually worked. So now we can get ourselves our ender infused cores. And there we go. Now we have all of them each. So now we can make ourselves the actual portal itself. So seed, we're going to save this one. We need ourselves to put in these fire pits. No problem. So ender infused with the fire pits. There we go. 13. Oh, I'm a few eyes of ender short. There we go. 20 miniature end portals. Next up then is the nether infused portal. There's all 20 of those. And last but not least is draconic. And there we go. Now we have everything to make our 20 dimensional seeds. Right, there we go. Now let's actually get the ATM Star made. I still need to get enough of these spell focus summonings. I might actually just go back and make them. I'm not sure. And I still need to make the rest of the Mjolnirs to finish making the pulsating black hole. But let me go ahead here and set up automation for the ATM Star. We've done it a few times now, so it's as simple as just putting down the shape and then hooking it all up with XNet. Alright, so we're pretty much now ready. I'm going to make manually the actual Patrick Star, so hopefully this won't be too difficult. Alright, and that should be everything put down now. So we just grab ourselves out a motor. Hopefully this electric motor is enough. I'm sure it will be. If not, we'll set up like a water wheel. So we'll connect that there. This right here. Or... yeah, it'll be fine. And then the power. It is overstressed. Okay, I'm going to have to use the water wheel. Alright, so if we put the bucket of water here, will it work? Still no? Really? Even with the extra power of the motor? Wow. How did I do this before? I might have to come up with a crazier setup. Okay, hang on. Okay, if this setup here doesn't work, I'm going to have to go with a steam engine. Okay, it does. Cool. This is going to take about 4 hours to slowly craft. Amazing. Wait, is it even... Oh, it is going. Okay. This is taking its time. And like 5 minutes later, our Patrick Star is made. Maybe I should get myself the creative motor first. That might help things along. But yeah, he's done now, so I'm just waiting for him to be exported into the barrel just in case it does pop out and all the ingredients fall. I don't want to have to wait again. It should go into the barrel, right? This is taking its time. Anyway, let's get ourselves now the ATM Star stuff ready. Right, so Patrick Star into the system. And the ATM Star, I have the pattern for that made, and I've already laid out everything. Oh, wait, that's all in my bag here. So everything into the system, ATM Star, craft. And it should put everything into this dimensional chest. And then the XNet controller, once I give it some power, give me out a point, should be able to provide everything here then with all of the items. Is it crafting something? It should have just went into here. Why didn't it? It took definitely the ingredients, but it didn't go into the chest here. Why not? I have it set up in here. If I cancel, will I get the ingredients back? No. What happened? This guy here isn't even set up to send out the items yet, so why did it not do that? And now we're down a dimensional seed. Huh? Unless it got dumped out somewhere else, but like the only other chest that was here was this one. I already broke it. Hang on a second. I just tried to craft it again and it definitely consumed the items. Where did everything go? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I grabbed all the ingredients out again, so hopefully this definitely works this time. I literally have no idea why the ingredients just disappeared. But anyway, let's set them up in here now to be put into the right spot. So all the mod on Obtainium. So create and paste. And I just need to do that for all of them. Okay, so if I definitely put everything in the right place, once I put all these items in here, they should get placed into their correct location. And they are. Perfect. Oh, I missed one item. The Wizard's Compass. There we go. Now it is starting to craft. See you in 5 minutes. Alright, they're finally all combining. And hopefully, if I've done this correctly, we'll have our first ATM Star. I think I'll use this one to make a creative motor to make this crafting a lot easier. And you know what? we're going to get all 20 of them today. We're not going to wait till next episode. We're going to get them all today. Which means I'm going to have to go craft the rest of the pulsating black holes, which requires all the Mjolnirs and the spell focuses from Ars Nouveau. But yeah, once I have the creative motor, this thing will go extremely fast. And there we go, the ATM Star. And wait, what are we missing to complete this? How do we not have everything? Oh, because I never held any of these items here. Oh, that's disappointing. I'm going to have to try and make those to hold them. But yeah, we've done the ATM Star. We got ourselves the trophy. Let's make ourselves a creative motor. It has to be made in a mechanical crafter. Okay. Okay, so if I just push this button right here, it should craft us the creative motor. All right, and we should have our creative motor. This thing is so slow. I'm getting tired of waiting for it. But now we shouldn't have to. Cool, creative motor. Now we can get rid of this. We don't need the windmill anymore. And we can bring this up a level. So creative motor face that way. Get ourselves a cogwheel. And it's already moving extremely fast. And with this size, we can max this thing out. Oh my god. Let me get the ingredients for another Patrick Star, because I need to make 19 more of them. Okay, and if I've placed everything correctly, this is how fast we now make the Patrick Star. Done. Oh, yeah, that's so good. Let's see if I can actually request craft the star right now. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I need to get the rest of those items. Right, I'm going to go get those, and we're going to make ourselves the rest of the stars. Okay, and a while later, and that took a while, but we got ourselves the other 19 ATM Stars. So with that, we want to make ourselves 2 blocks, okay? And then we want to turn the last one here into a creative power source. And I think the power source we're going to go with is the energizing cell from Power, which requires 4 of these nitro energy cells. Hopefully these 4 are just enough and it works. So if we head back to Greg Tech, we should be able to run down the hole to our Power area. Just in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus the ATM Star requires 2.1 billion FE. That's going to take a while, but hopefully that will get exported out into the system. And while that's being crafted, let's go make ourselves our All the Mod Star B. So, I don't think we need the Patrick B anymore. The Patrick B was going to be for like generating stars, but I don't think we really need that. We'll just make them as we go. So if I grab out some bee cages here to pick up those Patrick bees, and we'll put 1 ATM Star block in here for the pollination. And there we go. So now if we look up Patrick bee, we have all 4 of them here. And let's see if they will convert. I think they're angry. They're not angry. And I need more cages. Cool. So now they are... Oh, wait, I forgot I need a star block each. Whoops. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. But anyway, we got ourselves a Starry Bee. He works in the day. It is currently nighttime. So let me go sleep and see how fast we generate ATM Star shards. All right, so it should be just about daytime now. Let's speed him up. And does he produce something? He's definitely doing something. There's a little bar filling up with the honey. 20 comb. And where did that go? In here. And that's giving us Nether Star shards plus the ATM Star shards. And if we look up the shard here, we already have... Wow, we're making them extremely fast. And how many do I need per thing? 54 per ATM Star. Wow, actually, that's not that bad at all. And the only thing the star shards are used for is just for making, like, catalysts, which are useless. But yeah, we already have 30, so... That's not bad. It's still going to take a long time because it's 54 per star and we need 9 stars per block. So I don't care. The fact that we got this ready, I'm going to try and get the other 4 by next episode. And then finally, we're getting back on the Greg Tech grind. All right. And our energy creative cell is made. So if we just come up here. So we have a plug that's powering the entire network. Okay. So say we come in here now and just stick this on top. Essentially now this thing is going to be providing everything we want with power. and anything else still generating power will just slowly still fill up the matrix. But other than that, we literally do not need to worry about power ever again. So I'm gonna end it there. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell while you're at it then as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.